Hello, I'm Grace Ahmed. My project was on racial disparity and judicial discretion in Cook County. The U.S. incarcerates individuals at a rate higher than any other country in the world, and racial disparity in incarceration demands an examination of how policy can reduce this bias if the goal of our judicial system is indeed justice, equal treatment under the law. Despite declining racial disparity in incarceration during the last 2 decades, Hispanic to white imprisonment rate is now over 4-to-1 in federal prisons, and the black to white imprisonment rate 7-to-1 in federal prisons. The main data of interest for this project were obtained from the Cook County Government Open Data Portal. This dataset contains case initiations, felony review outcomes, dispositions, and sentencing between 2011 and winter of 2019. Population estimates of race were obtained from the 2017 5-year American Community Survey. Estimates of drug use were derived from tables in the National Drug Early Warning System reports on Chicago Metro published in 2017 and 2018. The first question was whether arrest rates by the perceived race of defendants was disproportionate to population demographics. A test of proportions showed black defendants and Hispanic defendants were overrepresented compared to the population of the county. The disparity between black and white defendants and between Hispanic and white defendants is larger for cases initiated directly by law enforcement compared to those which went through the state's attorney's office for felony review. In Cook County, narcotics charges and charges of driving with a suspended or revoked license can be initiated directly by law enforcement, narcotics charges being the lion's share of direct indictments. Black defendants are overcharged with narcotics offenses in the absence of any other charges compared to population, and are likely overcharged with narcotics offenses alone compared to reasonable estimated use rates in the population, though the ground truth of actual drug use is difficult to pin down. Despite a majority of charges against black defendants being nolle prosecution, cases where at least one charge has a guilty outcome are equally disproportionate to population demographics as initial charging is. When a case goes to trial, the disparity between outcomes for black and white defendants is even larger than when defendants plead guilty. When it's time to sentence, black defendants are disproportionately incarcerated, not only to population, but to guilty outcome. At each stage in the judicial process in Cook County, black defendants are overrepresented compared to the population estimates. Black defendants are more likely to be charged with a crime, more likely to emerge with a criminal record, and when deemed guilty, more likely to be incarcerated. Further analysis of specific charging patterns, including consideration of specifics of offense charged, law enforcement unit, and city or town where the arrest occurred is warranted to further examine where in the judicial process unwarranted racial disparity is introduced and where it may be removed.